Greetings, friends. I'm Mark David, founder of the Institute for the Psychology of Eating.
And I'm Emily Rosen, director of the Institute. We're going to take a few minutes and answer the question, what is dynamic eating psychology?
So here at the Institute, I've originated and developed a new and exciting approach, dynamic eating psychology. Now, this field was born out of over 30 years of clinical experience and research and is making a pretty big difference when it comes to weight, body image, overeating, binge eating, emotional eating, endless dieting, digestion, fatigue, mood, immunity, and more.
Here's the simple definition of this important new field. Dynamic eating psychology is a positive and empowering approach to transforming our eating challenges. It's designed for anyone who eats. It includes tools, techniques, maps, skills, and protocols that are results-driven and sustainable. It recognizes that our eating challenges are intimately connected to all of what makes us human: relationship, family, work, money, sexuality, spirituality, our search for fulfillment, and much more. It sees our concerns with food not as an indication that we're broken, but as a powerful opportunity to grow and evolve. Each of us has a unique food and body story. Dynamic eating psychology affirms the importance of this epic story. It helps us transform our eating concerns through a deeper understanding of what they're here to teach us, using the right skills and within a context of love and insight. And it honors all of who we are as eaters: body, mind, heart, and soul.
So eating psychology works because everyone has a unique relationship with food that's driven by their beliefs, mindset, emotions, and our past. And eating psychology is so effective because it provides the right tools and strategies that can help catalyze lasting change with greater ease. So let me ask you this. Is there something you know would make a big difference for your health, but you're just not doing it? Or are you doing everything you've been told to do and still not getting the results you want? The good news is eating psychology can help you figure out why.
It can help you figure out why you don't do what you know you should, and why some approaches that work for others don't work for you.
Now, we're all biochemically unique, and our physiology is profoundly impacted by our mind and emotions, which is why this approach is so important. So, who is dynamic eating psychology for?
It's for people who can't stop obsessing about their food. It's for anyone who's suffering after another night of endless eating. It's for people who turn to food every time they're feeling uncomfortable, sad, or lonely. For those of us who have lost weight and gained it back more times than we can count. For those of us who hate our bodies. It's for people who push their body hard with exercise, yet never seem to get the results they want. It's for anyone who keeps having health issues, has little time for self-care, and lives in a state of perpetual overwhelm. And we need it for those of us who feel that our experience with food and body is holding us back from living the life that we're meant to lead.
Now, previously, eating psychology has been limited to those with anorexia, bulimia, and extreme obesity. The dynamic eating psychology approach, though certainly applicable for those with eating disorders, was created for all of us. From an early age, I was driven by my own life-threatening health challenges and a relationship with food that was extremely painful and confusing. Through my own passionate search for a greater understanding, I was able to help heal myself with nutrition. Now, inspired by my experience, I became a clinical nutritionist. But early on in my practice, I discovered that no matter how much nutrition knowledge I knew or that I taught to my clients, it was completely or could be ineffective when it came to body image, overeating, binge eating, emotional eating, and even weight. People needed something more. So I realized that until I understood the psychology of the eater, I couldn't fully help the vast number of people who really struggle with food. So for me, this realization catalyzed a long journey to decipher and decode the psychology of eating. So after 3 decades of research and thousands of client hours, I'd love to say, mission accomplished.
My passion for eating psychology was also born out of my own challenges with food and body. I struggled with an intense eating disorder for over a decade, and through this became fascinated with nutrition. I thought if I could just figure out what to eat, then I would finally be okay. But I noticed that no matter how much nutritional science I learned, it didn't resolve my eating issues, and the same was true of my clients. I became discouraged, and it wasn't until I started studying psychology and incorporated the principles of eating psychology that I was finally able to create real and lasting results, not only for myself, but with my clients as well. Information is highly valuable, but without a deeper understanding of the mind of the eater, our effectiveness will always be limited. Each one of us has a unique relationship with food and body that needs to be honored, respected, and nurtured.
Here's a simple example of how the dynamic eating psychology approach is game-changing. So many people who struggle with eating concerns have a very common strategy, and it's called attack. We attack our weight, we fight our appetite, we punish the body with forced exercise, we bombard ourselves with hurtful thoughts, we deny ourselves pleasure, we punish ourselves with dieting, we hate on our body fat, and we postpone happiness until we have the perfect body, which quite frankly is an imaginary day that never comes. Well, one of the important hallmarks of the dynamic eating psychology approach is this. True change never happens when we attack and punish self or when we aim hate at our own body or soul. It's only the positive, uplifting, life-affirming strategies that deliver real transformation and lasting satisfaction. Most people want to have their ideal weight and body and their best relationship with food so they can be happy. That's the goal, happiness. So how can a road filled with self-attack and self-hate possibly lead to a destination of happiness? It's impossible. The journey always informs the destination.
And that's why all of our tools, strategies, and protocols are founded on embracing our eating challenges as if they were great and beloved teachers. It may sound counterintuitive, but when we go about the business of losing weight, healing body image, or transforming overeating, binge eating, or emotional eating from a place of self-acceptance, curiosity, and relaxation, breakthroughs finally happen.
Self-attack and negative self-talk generate the physiologic stress response, which creates appetite deregulation, nutrient excretion, digestive shutdown, mood imbalances, weight gain due to stress hormones, and stress chemistry.
So the bottom line is this. We need an eating psychology that doesn't shame us, make us feel like we need to keep fighting our body, and that indeed helps us find a way of nourishing ourselves that truly ignites the soul and is in alignment with not only our metabolic potential, but our personal potential as well.
So here at the Institute for the Psychology of Eating, we are on a mission to make things right and forever change how the world relates to food and body and health. We are committed to an effective eating psychology for everyone.
For professionals, we do this in our online distance learning eating psychology coach certification training, where we train our students to use this powerful body of work to serve others. For everyone else, we do this in our popular online program that's designed to help you take a big leap forward with any eating concern. Transform your relationship with food.
So the sooner we end our unnecessary struggles around food and body and weight, the sooner we can live the life that we're all meant to live, and the sooner we can have all of our energies available to make this world a heck of a better place. We think it's time.
So of course, we've just scratched the surface about what dynamic eating psychology is all about, and we would love for you to learn more about us and the work we do. Thank you so much for your time and your interest. We look forward to meeting you in one of our programs or trainings.